Namaste. Knowledge and curriculum. Knowledge is habitually defined as a belief that is true and justified. The philosopher Plato famously defined knowledge as justified true belief. Knowledge and curriculum. Foundation of education. There are three important foundations of education are ontological related to the nature of knowledge, epistemic related to the theory of knowledge, axiological related to values. Of these three, the epistemic foundation is the most fundamental one. Knowledge. Chamber of Dictionary defines knowledge as the fact of knowing information or what is known, the whole of what can be learned or found out. The concept of knowledge generally refers to the facts, concepts, and theories and principles that are taught and learned rather than related to skills such as reading, writing, researching that the student also learn in academic courses. Sources of knowledge: sense, experience, empirical knowledge, region, rational knowledge, experimentation, authority, intuition, revealed faith knowledge. Sense, experience, empirical knowledge. Sense experience is the major source of knowledge that comes through the senses. Modern science is empirical in methods, concepts, and are formed as a result of sense experience by seeing, hearing, smelling, feeling, and tasting. We form our composite of the world around us as empirical. An empirical caution is to look and see, where as a rationalist think as to think things through. Region rational knowledge. The view which says that our knowledge is essential knowledge of universe and that these are known by the mind and not by sense is called rationalism. When we say that if A is greater than B, then B is greater than C, and then A is greater than C, here we are making a true statement based on reasoning and not derived from the sense. Experimentation. That experimentation can be defined as process of observation under controlled conditions. We depend on experimental knowledge for particular facts of the everyday world. Authority. The first fundamental source of knowledge is authoritarianism. However, be noted that its central doctrine is that the ultimate source of knowledge is authority of different kinds. God, the slate, the God, the set, asceti, tradition of expert, intuition. Yes, intuition is perhaps the most personal way of knowing. Revealed faith knowledge. Faith is in part the king of knowledge that God discloses to man. In this omniscience, God inspires certain men to record his revelation in permanent form, whereby it may become accessible to all mankind. For the Hindus, it is contained in the Bhagavad Gita and the Upanishads. For Christians and Jews, it is contained in the Bible. For the Mohammedans, in the Quran. Types of knowledge. The three major types of knowledge are personal, procedural, propositional knowledge. Personal knowledge. The first kind of knowledge is personal knowledge or knowledge by acquaintance. This is the kind of knowledge that we are claiming to have when we say things like I know incidental music. Procedural knowledge. The second kind of knowledge is procedural knowledge or knowledge of how to do something. People who claim to know how to juggle or how to drive are not simply claiming that they understand the theory in those activities. Propositional knowledge. The third kind of knowledge that the kind that philosophers concerned about most is propositional knowledge or knowledge of facts. When we say things, I know that it was you that ate my sandwich. We are claiming to have propositional knowledge, while ways of acquiring knowledge, observation and experience, region or logic, testimony, authority, revelation. Curriculum. Etymologically, the term curriculum is derived from the Latin word currere, which means run or runway or a running course. Thus, the curriculum means a course to be run for reaching a certain goal. In the words of Cunningham, the curriculum is a tool in the hands of the artist, the teacher, to mold his material, the pupil, according to his ideal objective in his studio, the school. The material is highly self-active, the self-determining human being who reacts, responds, and consciously It is the sum total of all the activities and experience provided by the schools to the learners for achieving the desired objectives. The courses of the studies are merely suggestions for curriculum, activities and procedures, a guidance for teaching to follow. The curriculum is one of the most important items in the educative process. The curriculum, in fact, is the fundamental problem that determines the warp and woof of the process of education. What to do and how to do is the very essence of the curriculum. Nature of curriculum: curriculum as a plan, curriculum as an experience, curriculum as an experience, curriculum as a subject matter, curriculum as an objective, curriculum as a system, curriculum as a field of study. Difference between curriculum and syllabus: curriculum is based on the philosophy and goals of education. Syllabus: the syllabus does not take into account its factors of philosophy. It refers to all educational activities of curriculum. It refers to all the educational activities of the schools in the widest possible sense. Syllabus: it refers to a list of unelaborated headings or booklets. Curriculum: it is the sum total of the school subjects, learning experiences and activities. Co-curriculum and extracurricular activities are prescribed in the curriculum. It includes not only indoor activities but also outdoor activities of the school. The curriculum has countless roles to play. It is an inclusive concept. It includes the syllabus also. Syllabus: it is concerned with the school subjects. There are no prescribed co-curricular or extracurricular activities in the form of a syllabus. The syllabus is concerned with the indoor activities of the school. The syllabus has a limited role to play. It is a part of the curriculum. Curriculum development. Curriculum development means a continuous process or a never-ending process. It is difficult to trace its origin. The main focus of the curriculum is to develop the students. The curriculum is designed to realize the objectives in terms of changing behaviors. Teaching objectives: methods of teaching, examination or testing, feedback. Teaching objectives: the three types of teaching objectives, cognitive, affective, and psychomotor, are identified in the view of subject content to be taught. These objectives are written in behavioral terms as learning experiences are organized to achieve these objectives. Methods of teaching: the most important aspect of providing learning experiences is teaching strategies. The objectives are legalized in terms of the behavior of the learners. The content is in the means to select the method of teaching and the level of the pupil understanding. Process of evaluation: the evaluation of change of behavior is done to ascertain about the realization of teaching learning objectives. The level of pupil performance indicates the effectiveness of the method of teaching and learning experiences. Feedback: the interpretation of the performance provides the teachers to improve, modify the form of curriculum. The curriculum is developed and teaching objectives are also revised. The methodology of teaching is changed in view of the curriculum and objectives are to be achieved. Need and importance of curriculum: the need for and importance of curriculum development is stated as achievement of educational aims, criteria of appropriate teachers, the selection of appropriate methods reflects trend in education, providing appropriate knowledge, providing appropriate activities and experiences, providing wholesome influences. Basic principles of curriculum: principle of conservation, principle of forward looking, principle of maturity, principle of creativity, principle of utility, principle of totality, principle of LPG, liberalization, privatization and globalization, principle of values. The curriculum should be productivity oriented. The curriculum should be activity based. The curriculum should be child centered. The curriculum should be human development oriented. The curriculum should be new knowledge oriented. Types of curriculum: the types of curriculum can also be broadly presented as subject centered curriculum, learner centered curriculum, problem centered curriculum, core curriculum, hidden and latent curriculum. Foundations of curriculum: foundations of the curriculum set the external boundaries of the knowledge of the curriculum and define what constitutes a valid source of information from which concepts, theories, principles, and ideas relevant to the field of curriculum. The foundations of curriculum represents the external boundaries of the field. The foundations of the curriculum are considered usually from philosophical, sociological, and psychological points of view. Philosophical foundation of curriculum: Philosophical foundations may be defined as the element of philosophy which have a bearing on the choices made in regard to the purposes, methods, and content of the school. Idealism, according to the idealism, a belief is true when it is logically consistent with the rest of our beliefs. Idealism is based on the coherent theory of truth. According to this theory, truth is coherent within our experience. Real idealistic curriculum reflects the cultural heritage and civilization of the whole human race. Naturalism. Naturalism advocates the selection of a learning experiences according to the present needs, interests, and activities of the child. It insists that adult interference should be reduced to the minimum and that the child should grow up in a free atmosphere. Pragmatism. It is based on change process and relativity. It constructs knowledge as a process in which reality is constantly changing and rejects the dogmas of preconceived truths and external values. Pragmatic curriculum reflects practical utilitarian subjects. The curriculum designed based on the principle of utility, integration, and child's personal needs, interests, and experience. Idealism is a philosophy of common sense and science. A realistic curriculum reflects the material world, physical science, and qualitative aspects of education. Existentialism is a philosophical belief according to which the greatest philosophical problem is that of personal existence, and that only positive social participation in the way to true morality. Essentialism emphasizes an academic subject-centered curriculum consisting of essential skills, 3 hours, and essential subjects equal science, history, math. Essentialism advocates fundamentals or mastery of essential skills and facts that form the basis of the subject matter. Progressivism, the focus of the curriculum is based on strengths interests involve the appreciation of human problems and affairs, interdisciplinary subject and activities and projects. Thank you.